Good evening and welcome to this edition of Northeast Diary. Here we bring you the latest developments from India's unexplored Northeast region. Friends, everyone is blessed with some talent or the other. We just need to hone it to perfection. Teachers have a responsibility of identifying our talented children so that their gift can be honed further. Today we will talk about one such teacher who is setting an example in Mizoram. In this edition of Northeast Diary, we will also talk about a self-taught artist whose paintings sell for lakhs of rupees. Chisami village that falls under Peck district of Nagaland is considered a model village for the quiet revolutions it has been spearheading. It is also known especially for conservation of biodiversity and socio-economic reforms. One of these reforms is Chisami Weaves, an initiative of the Northeast Network that has been conceptualized to enhance the livelihood of rural women. A lot of these women have always concentrated on farming but have no earning opportunities. That was when NEN Chisami started exploring how they can create livelihood options for them by using their existing skills of weaving. Chisami Weaves was conceptualized with two main objectives. First, to create livelihood options for women, and secondly, to keep the weaving traditions alive, and in doing so, also promote the rich textile tradition of Nagaland. Our Kohima correspondent Asuno gives more details.
What started with only 7 weavers in Chisami and the neighboring villages in the year 2008 has now grown to 700 women. In the last 2 years, Northeast Network NEN also started reaching out to other places and districts across Nagaland, roping in more weavers representing different tribes. Chisami Weaves is known for its products like stole, shawls, mekhalas, cushion covers, bags, runners, accessories and others. While the weavers initially undergo a training on product and design development, the NEN slowly went into a full-time decentralized model of production so women can weave in their own homes. State Director, Northeast Network Nagaland, Vekowe Tsaha said about 80% of the weavers weave at their own pace and time, while about 20% consider this activity as their primary livelihood and pursue it full-time.
Chisami Weave is an initiative of the Northeast Network, and it is based out of Chisami village in Peck district of Nagaland. Chisami Weave is a livelihood project that was started in the year 2008 with 7 weavers, and today in 2020 we have over 700 weavers spread across villages around Chisami, in Fatero area, some weavers in Kohima, and some weavers in Miluri, and then we also have weavers in Shamator under Tuansang district. So the main objective of why we started this project was to ensure that women have alternative earning options where they can earn some additional income for themselves, for their families. The second objective was also to ensure that the weaving tradition, the skills of our people is sustained and also is promoted at the, national and international level. So that's how we started. And yes, our weavers are mostly these rural women. From the earnings that they get through this Chisami Weaves, they are able to support their children's education, take care of their household needs, and most of them, majority, are supporting the children's education and also taking care of their health needs and all.
The market for Chisami Weaves has also grown over the years. While products such as shawls and mekhalas are mostly produced for the local market, there is a huge demand for home furnishing products from outside the state. In recent years, however, there is also a growing demand for home furnishing products from Naga clients. From making a product list to a production plant, NEN also looks at the skills and capabilities of women weavers while recognizing that some weavers are particularly skilled in making a certain product such as the mekhala. They are also encouraging young, fresh weavers to pick up this traditional art by teaching them to make basic designs like the back strap or a purse to start with. Interestingly, many buyers come all the way to Chisami village to buy Chisami Weaves products. Chisami Weaves have been able to get a lot of clients through Facebook. Apart from few stores spread across Kohima and Dimapur, Their products are also available at NEN stall in Guwahati. This livelihood initiative has not only made a great difference in the life of rural Naga women, but has also been successful promoting the rich textile tradition of Nagaland. This is Asunyo for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Kohima.
In Assam, a massive COVID-19 awareness drive is being carried out in the state to prevent the spread of the disease following the appeal by Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Our Guwahati correspondent, Manas Pratim Sarma, has more details.
Multiple communication methods have been adopted by the Assam government in creating awareness in the wake of Durga Puja and other upcoming festivals. Banners and hoardings have been displayed in government offices and also in public places, appealing people to wear masks, hand wash, and also to maintain social distancing. Chief Minister Sarvananda Sonowal, Health Minister Himanta Biswa Sharma, renowned actor Adil Hussain and Nipon Goswami, and boxer Lovelina Borgohain, among others, have appealed people through All India Radio to follow health protocols. The nodal officer of the Jan Andolan campaign in Assam, Pomi Borua, has highlighted the efforts of the health department.
The government of Assam started the Jan Andolan program under the guidance of Government of India. Jan Andolan program is a massive awareness drive. It's an IC campaign that was started by Government of India with the blessings of Honorable Prime Minister, sir, for the entire country. And all the states have taken pledge. We all have to take a pledge for keeping ourselves safe from COVID, ensuring that everybody follows COVID-appropriate behavior and proper usage of masks, maintaining social distance and other things. So under the gamut of activities, Assam government also took up a lot of IC activities under this. We have done door-to-door awareness program involving ASHAs and ANN. We have used the print and electronic media for awareness campaign. Then we have done miking, all strategic locations. And what we have done is we have reached to the grassroots. We have involved every block, every district in this. And, the banners and posters they're put up in various areas for people to be educated on COVID-appropriate behavior. And both as well as rural and urban areas are being touched under Jana Jagaran. And the Jana Andolan campaign will be carried on this month and the next as well. And it also involves usage of social media. We are also taking help of local artists, YouTube influencers. Then we are also involving community leaders, religious leaders under the activities of Jana Andolan. And we believe that with the Jana Andolan IC activities, we can reach to every people in the farthest nook and cranny of the state. And we have actually received enormous response also to this. We started Jana Andolan, and after that, we've also done a series of massive testing, and we've seen that more people have come out also for testing. 1 lakh tests were done on 3 days recently. And through the Jana Andolan campaign, we are trying to reach out to every person to make him aware of about COVID, about effects of COVID, and what are the things that we can do.
The Assam government has also issued a set of guidelines for a subdued Durga Puja celebration with a view to minimizing infection. According to the guidelines, a maximum of 50 people would be allowed at a puja pavilion at a time, and wearing mask is mandatory for everyone from committee members to the devotees. No pavilion would be allowed to be open beyond 10 p.m. This is Manas Pratim Sarma for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Guwahati.
Postdoctoral cancer researcher at South Korea's Kyungpook National University's School of Medicine, Smiti Gurung, recently donated 2,000 COVID-19 test kits to her home state, Sikkim. This has been widely appreciated as an act of giving back to society amid the global pandemic situation. More from our Sikkim correspondent, Namo Dikshit.
by donating 2,000 RT-PCR test kits to the state government-run STNM hospital near Gangtok, East Sikkim. Dr. Smiti Gurung has set an example of the role of community participation, responsibility and humanity in fighting the COVID-19 pandemic. As one of the first countries to be affected by the infection, South Korea's aggressive approach to testing also inspired Dr. Gurung. She speaks about her contribution.
I've completed my PhD in biomedical science from Kimpuk National University School of Medicine, Daegu, South Korea. Currently, I am placed as a postdoctoral researcher in the same university. I have been into this cancer research since 2014. I belong from a beautiful state, Sikkim, Gangtok, Lower Aritangtamu colony. Well, talking about my contribution for donating RT-PCR testing kits to my state, Sikkim, we all know in the starting month of 2020, South Korea was amongst the world's worst affected country by coronavirus. The one reason behind this could be due to its aggressive approach for testing, while other nations are still struggling to get enough kit for testing the suspects. Here, a company named Seegene is one of the country's finest biotech firm that develops RT-PCR analysis test kit for coronavirus. The kit is being used in almost 30 countries worldwide now, and it's already FDA, ICMR and CE-IVD approved. In terms of my research relationship with the regional manager of the company, Dr. Santa Thaudam from India, Imphal, in a meeting held for discussion about this pandemic crisis here, I had an opportunity to get almost 2,000 RT-PCR test kit manufactured by the company worth 40 lakh. I thought of sending it to my homeland Sikkim in STNM Government Hospital, where my people there can take advantage of this testing kit. My sole motive behind this contribution is just for my people back home to get benefited, because I feel testing patient at an early stage is very important. As a citizen of our country, each and every one of us has a valuable role to overcome this pandemic crisis. Let's contribute to our state, to our nation within our capacity, and lift each other's spirit. Now it's time for us to show our responsibility with action. Stay safe and stay protected.
Dr. Gurung, who is from the capital town Gangtok, wants people of Sikkim to be aware of their responsibilities in fighting COVID-19. She has requested them not to panic and instead come forth with ideas, thoughts and contributions to overcome the crisis. With Saikat Sarkar, this is Namo Dixit for Northeast Diary for AIR News, Sikkim.
Bridging gap between farmers and the consumer sector and helping livelihoods flourish is an initiative that is shaping lives in Meghalaya. That initiative was started in a car garage by Peter Wesley Wallang. He launched a brand, Parksiar Gardens, which is a platform to give farmers market access by showcasing fresh, natural and quality products from Meghalaya to the discerning consumers within the state and around the country. Our Shillong correspondent Sameer Verma has more.
Parksiar Farmers Garden is an initiative taken by local young entrepreneurs in Meghalaya who has started a small agro ventures to help the local farmers and promote their produce through food processing with the help of the Meghalaya government. Parksiar Farmers Garden aims to provide access to the farmers. However, it will also create a sustainable backyard linkage with vendors to the end consumers who are looking for affordable and healthy products. Parksiar Garden deals with various kind of local delicacies and spices with the natural and organic food products. The platform is being provided by Peter Wesley Wallang to the farmer to sell their produce. The idea of the venture is to collaborate with all the farmers and build an ecosystem of sustainable market. Peter Wallang said that proper logistics supply to procure supplies on time is one such area that needs to improve.
Just so happened within last year before I started in April, farmers were still approaching me, asking me for help, how to market, how to promote their products. So we started a very simple venture was we looked at, food processing. We looked at what is something that is easily available in the market that we could, promote and sell. So we looked at spices which is easily available anywhere. But even though we entered in a very saturated market, we were very cautious in, how we approach in selling it.
In a world battered by COVID-19, when people are looking for organic pesticide-free nutritious products, the Parksiar Farmers Garden will definitely cater to those needs to an extent. This is Sameer Verma for Northeast Diary from AIR News, Shillong.
We will now listen to a story of a primary school teacher from Mizoram who teaches his students English, mathematics and Mizo language. Along with English, he communicates with the students in Mizo because he observed that the small children understand the subject more easily and properly only if it is communicated in their mother tongue. He is a staunch supporter of the national education policy because of the primacy given in the policy to the mother tongue. For more details, we now go over to our Aizawl correspondent, Irene.
Srilal Pianthanga is a teacher at Government Primary School, Chonpui. This teacher is a well-known and popular and a highly respected teacher for his extra effort to teach the students the way of life and inculcate in all human qualities to the students. Along with textbook-based teaching, this teacher gives practical training to the children by participating in social work in the locality on different occasions. Along with the students, he also takes part in culture programs. He plays with the students in various innovative ways so that the students learn about the environment and the importance of planting trees. He teaches as to how to respect the elders and to eat proper home-cooked food and to sleep well. He also helps the students stretch their bodies, send them outside for games, and in practicing maths, he uses sticks and chalks. Also, the teacher, Lal Pianthanga, gives regular attention to cleanliness and whether the students are maintaining personal hygiene from hand washing to everyday bath. After 21 years of his service as a teacher, he received the Best Teacher Award this year, which he considers so precious and a lifetime achievement. Sharing his thoughts, Lal Pianthanga said,
I believe that being a teacher is all about teaching kids all that they need to know about the goodness of life, not only in the confines of classroom teaching on textbooks. I had always believed that my job as a teacher is an answer to my prayers, because I pray to God and ask Him a way to serve my fellow human beings. When I was awarded as Best Teacher in Primary School in the whole state of Mizoram, I was happy and speechless. And at the same time, I felt it was more than I deserved. I thank God, my family, and my co-teachers for being who I am today. I will try my best to do more and be able to set righteous examples in future.
According to the local people, Lal Pianthanga makes best use of his time in teaching and social work, saying that a teacher remains a teacher even after retirement. Lal Pianthanga said he promised to do his best in life for humanity. For Northeast Diary, this is Irene from AIR News, Aizawl.
In this episode, we have with us a versatile woman from Tripura, Tarubala Debarma, who is a teacher by profession. Not getting confined only in teaching, she is also a collector of lost heritage symbols of Tripura culture, from tribal costume to instruments and jewelry. With a collection of these precious materials, Tarubala Debarma has set up a costume bank and a museum at her home in Agartala. Our Agartala correspondent Reena Nongmai team spoke to Tarubala Debarma.
Tripura is a rich reservoir of cultural heritage. The variety of folk and traditional songs, dances, musical instruments, costumes and even jewelries are unique, which her people have owned since time immemorial. However, with the passage of time and aggression of modernity, many of the ethos are in the process of getting extinct. Hopefully, apart from the initiatives of the government to save all traditional facets of the state, a few personalities have been working on their own way for the same purpose. Such a distinguished personality is Tarubala Debarma, who has been tirelessly working to conserve varieties of traditional attires of tribal men and women, their traditional instruments with a high dedication and conviction. I welcome Tarubala Debarma to this episode of the Northeast Diary program. Madam, I will be happy if you give a short introduction of yourself to our listeners across the country. Please.
Namaskar. I am Tarubala Debarma, a school teacher and social worker in Tripura.
This is known to many of us that you have been doing extraordinary work towards conservation of indigenous arts and culture of Tripura. How has it come to your interest and how have you started it?
There are 19 indigenous tribes in the state. I also belong to indigenous. I was born and raised in the village. I always had a will to promote my culture and heritage. Hence, after my graduation, I have been involved in practicing and promoting folk songs, folk dances and dramas, along with the exhibition of our various traditional dresses in my own home.
Indigenous people's traditional clothes look very beautiful and colorful. As you are running a dress bank for the artists and performers, we want to hear from you about a brief of these dresses.
The females wear rignai on the bottom and risha on top. The males put on dhuti and kotai. These outfits are very colorful and attractive.
You have a good collection of traditional ornaments that the tribal women have been wearing on different occasions. Please tell us about all these ornaments and how to collect all these ornaments.
The traditional ornaments of Tripura is very beautiful and gorgeous. Traditionally, we used mainly silver ornaments to wear, however, now it is made in metal. Some jewelries among them are worn around the neck, such as Chandrahar, Achalai, Rangbatang, which is a necklace made of coins. There are earrings and a hair accessory known as surang, made of silver and can be put on in the same way of the flowers. Bangles are called mathia in Kogboro, and bajuban is worn around the arms. A wristband is worn known as changdu, and kharu is worn around the ankles. Besides this, these are other ornaments that I have collected from across various places in the state, which hold a lot of value and importance in our cultural activities.
You have a cultural organization, you run a music school, and you are taking unique efforts to conserve the tribal folk music. Can you please say a little about forms and characteristics of Tripuri songs, music, dances, and musical instruments?
There are natural musical instruments made of bamboo, such as the flute, which is known as sumui in Kogboro. It has melodious tune to it and is an important component of any music. I have sumui and kham. Kham is an important instrument as it is played in the folk dance of Goria, Mamita, Masaksulmani, Lebang, Hajagiri, Yakung Kudima, etc. And these performances cannot be done in its absence.
You have just mentioned the bamboo flute, Sumui. We know that the quality of bamboo flute of Tripura is well acclaimed in the field of music across the country. We'll be happy if you also please hum a tune of the melodious flute with the song Jadu Kalija.
Sumui is a musical instrument which is absolutely necessary in our folk song called Jadu Kalija. I am a folk and modern singer. I am a Bihai singer at Akashvani and Dodarshan. So I will hum little bit of it. Oh, na, 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 na.
What a fantastic web of lyrics it is. Madam, can you please give more light on Sumui and Jadu Kalija songs?
So, it is like this, Jadu Kalija is applicable in our tradition, from birth to death, depicting the emotions, happiness, sadness during the activity of zoom or shifting cultivation in hilly area. So these are many melodies to it.
In our heritage segment, we feature the painter Zaminlun Singson. He learnt his painting from Internet Google, and a painting by this talented painter was sold at over 3,74,000 rupees at the Taipei International Art Exhibition. Let's hear more from our Imphal correspondent JJ Thokchum about this painter.
My name is Zaminlun Singson. I am from Churchanpur, Manipur. Actually, I am a self-taught artist. I have not even a single day I haven't joined even a class, not only a class, even a workshop. So when someone asks me about where do you learn paintings, I told them that Google is my university because I learn everything from internet.
The painter Zaminlun Singson is one of the examples that sets the tale of talents who never needed any formal lesson to succeed in life. Born and brought up in a poor family at Churachandpur district headquarters of Manipur, he was not able to attend even a single class on painting in his life and learn the crafts from internet and Google. In spite of the lack of formal education, the product of Google University has created webs across the globe after emerging as the winner of 2020 International Artist Grand Prize competition in Taipei of Taiwan. Moreover, his painting of medium pencil on paper titled Peaceful Smile was sold at Rs 3.7 lakh at Taipei International Art Exhibition. He said,
Last year on US International Art Competition, there are about 5,000 artists from 82 countries, and they selected me as the finalist. They select 3 of my work. Exhibition was organized last month. On the exhibition, my painting, The Peaceful Smile, that was sold at 3.74 lakhs, which is 1,48,000 new Taiwan dollars. But I could not attend the event because of lockdown. All the professional artists, I would like to say that if the artists promote art to the people, then I think they will come to learn the value of art and they will appreciate it. So that if they appreciate the art, that means for artists it will be more easier.
Zaminlun Singson has now entered that elite club of people whose talents has helped them shine without guidance from anyone. The 23-year-old Singson is pursuing graduation now and looking for a bright future accompanied with his gifted talent. He is also planning to organize a mass awareness program on the value of painting in future. JJ Thoksom for Northeast Diaries from AIR News, Imphal.
And now here are some interesting facts about the Northeast. Did you know Northeast is home to many rare species? Some of these are Hulu gibbon and the one-horned rhino, red panda, sangai and gayal. Northeast is also one of the richest repositories of medicinal plants and herbs. And with that, we come to the end of this edition of Northeast Diary. Do join us next week to hear more stories from this enchanting part of India. Until then, bye-bye.